Happy birthday, Aquarius. This is Valerie with Serenity Matters 1111, and I'm bringing you your February 1st through the 15th, 2019 reading. I do apologize to everybody about missing the mid-January. I started a new job, and I've been trying to concentrate on getting myself acclimated there. But it's all well and good. Some of you may know I'm a substance abuse counselor in Southeast Michigan. So anyhow, I'm trying to get used to a new facility. All right. I do shuffle before I start recording just because sometimes I shuffle a very long time depending on what seems to need to shake out. Anyhow, this is a general reading. Won't apply to everybody. But on the bottom here, we have the pole star, which you may already know is the Aquarius sign, right? So this is your own sign popping up in your reading, the bottom of the deck. I think of that as kind of like a summary or a glimpse into what the rest of the reading's about. So this is very much about your journey, destiny, spiritual assistance, divine help in accomplishing whatever that is that you want to accomplish for the short term here. And of course, long-term goals, right? We have to play those in a short-term kind of a way. This first card here's the sun. So it could be some kind of Leo energy. We know the sun and, not the sun, but Leo as a sign is the polar opposite of Aquarius. So there's definitely a balancing energy that's coming into play in your life. We know that the sun, of course, is a star. It's the closest star to the planet Earth, and it's the one that we draw our warmth and our ability to stay alive from the sun and its warmth. In terms of general opinions, this is just really indicating a happy time for you, Aquarius. Lots of really positive things going on for you. Destiny is leading you to something super happy. So let's look at some of the rest of these cards here and see what they might be, or this might be indicating. Now we do have coming up here the Queen of Cups, so it looks that there could be some love coming into your life. Possible water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces could be coming into play here. But we also see some level of frustration, so it could be that this person is not available to you at this time, or there could be some kind of mitigating circumstances that strategize to keep you guys apart for a while. But do mind how you spend your time during your frustration. You know, the reason I say that is because, you know, sometimes when we vent or are giving vent to our feelings, sometimes we choose unhealthy coping styles. So just be very careful. You take care of yourself in this time. There is a lot of really positive stuff to be looking forward to. And for sure, these cards are super happy and good looking altogether. Now this Ram, possible Aries indication here. Aries is typically an air sign, however. So that would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy. Possibly. If it's an Aries Ram, then that would be, of course, a fire sign. And frustration usually does have some degree of passion behind it. So think of it as a fire/air sign of a card. Okay. But yeah, so you may get what you want or see it in your signs, but have a problem hitting the mark in your, I hate to call it a target. That sounds really kind of cold-blooded serial killer. I don't mean that. I do watch a lot of cold case files type shows. I find them interesting, you know, armchair detective. Anyhow, don't worry, people. I don't have the heart of a killer here. So we see here this indication of a need to possibly be drumming out new rhythms in your life, seeking out new ways of existing in your world. You see something is dawning on the horizon, and this one woodpecker here is trying to figure out exactly what that is. Page of Arrows being that air sign that we were just speaking about. Again, that could be your Gemini, Libra, or fellow Aquarius. So, but this definitely has to do with new starts and new beginnings. Even though we're just now heading into February, there's already indications that, you know, life has not died just because it seems to be hiding in many levels. And you know, you think about how many times have you heard a bird outside your window when you were going out to your car, something like that. And we know that nature is alive all around us. Things are starting to take off. Now, this King of Wands at the center of the reading could indicate an interest for some of you in a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? This person who brings some sun into your life. This looks like a Leo to me. Possible doctor, somebody in the healing profession, healing arts. This person's bringing some joy into your life. Who is this? Okay. Could even be that there's a rivalry or a competition between you or somebody else. It could be that you or the person you're interested in has another person. So take this as it resonates. This is where it's going to be unique in part, where it's going to be unique to each of you. Who's the Queen of Cups? Is that you who's in love with someone? The King of Wands, perhaps, and the King of Wands has somebody else, a competition. You know, maybe there's somebody you've been seeing and you haven't quite ended that, but there's this new person in your coming into your viewpoint. Then again, for some of you, you're the King of Wands. And neither one of these has to do with sex per se, right? I mean the sex or gender of the person, right? So again, take it as it resonates. It could be the opposite. You could be represented by the King of Wands here. You're interested in this Queen of Cups person, but maybe there's somebody else that the Queen of Cups is already with. So we do see here the Green Woman, which Green Woman is fertility herself. I mean, she is, this card's akin to the Empress card, right? She's the abundance that is represented in the fruits and the flowers of full summer. Everything is green and healthy, and there's so much joy. This ties in here. Right, this ties in here. This is her season, this Green Woman. If this is you or if this is somebody that you're interested in, wow. Right? Wow. But again, it may take a while to get to that place, but this person really does seem amazing coming in. Now we have the Eight of Arrows, and this can indicate some kind of a struggle. So it could be that you recognize what you want, but you recognize it's not going to be so easy to obtain because there's somebody else. I feel like for many of you, there's somebody else in this picture. Like you meet somebody you're really interested in, and either you or they are in another relationship with, excuse me, with somebody else. I am having sinus issues too because I've been sleeping with the space heater on and the heat, and then it's supposed to warm up, and we've had this polar vortex, as they call it out here in Michigan. You may have heard about that on the news. Polar vortex sounds so serious. Like, where do they come up with these crazy terms? Anyway, you know, take cover. It's a polar vortex. So some level of anxiety here. Watch for what may be controllable, right? As far as be careful you're not pouring gas onto what's already a sizable fire. You know, if there's a lot of stress that's giving you anxiety, be careful how you think about it. Don't try to make it worse by, you know, how you talk to yourself about your moments, whatever they are for you. The Knight of Stones is this is earth energy, right? This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn possibility. Somebody who's out there, who's somebody who's going out and making it happen. Although wolves and you know, modern day wolves and the ancient forebears of our current wolves, whatever, they were able to travel long distances and so on. The Knight of Stones will be a slower moving energy. You'll notice that both these animals are walking, and this does have to do with establishing things materially, like buildings, finances, home, as in house. You know, the building, not just the family unit itself. But there's definitely an energy here of having come from some level of anxiety and trying to establish something. It feels like maybe you've been going through something in the recent past, and you're starting to be able to move forward from it. And it's been a lot of hard work and a kind of a slow journey to get to where you are now. It's taken a great deal of fight in you. It's taken a lot of healing. A lot of you've been actually physically or mentally sick, like, and you're starting to move forward from this this issue, whatever this was. And you're finding strength in part from your spiritual belief system. And you're very happy about this healing, this diagnosis and this healing, whatever the treatment was, it's been successful for you. That doesn't mean, though, that you're out of the woods and that there still are some worries that you're having, but they're not the deep level worries that they were before. Like before, you were seriously worried about your health and you're turning corners, so you're not at that level of fear anymore. But there are ordinary, everyday kind of worries that still bother you right now. I do think part of it's this interest, and you've got some unfinished business with some people, but I almost feel like for some of you, it's like you're getting a new lease on life, and you're looking around you and you're finding where you're dissatisfied. It was kind of like having a near-death experience and then realizing I need to make some changes in my life because I'm going to live, and I really want, now that I'm aware, it's like you're woke now about your own life, right? And what you've been doing right and what you've been doing wrong and where you want improvement. And this has been kind of a wake-up call for some of you. This, whatever this change was, this big change. Again, for some of you, it was actual health issues. For other, it was just mental health and exhaustion and saying, you know, I don't want to deal with this crap anymore. You know, life is too short, or maybe life is too long to have to deal with this crap, you know, whatever. And being able to move beyond it. And then there's an attraction to this person. Somebody comes into your viewpoint or your framework, your frame of reference, who is, you're really super attracted. It's like this green woman energy. Somebody who can take care of business, like they're a passionate person, but yet they can handle their passion. It doesn't get out of control. They don't get in trouble with it. You know, they're logical. They can build things and create things. You know, they have a stable home life, you know, financial security, that kind of stuff. And yet they're a very loving person, yet, and they manage to balance caring for others and taking care of their own needs as well. And this is somebody that you look up to really and respect. And there's just being in this energy, but there's some kind of sense of frustration because I think this person may not be easily available to you. But this attraction's based on something that's real and it's mutual. They feel it too. Two of Cups is often kind of a soulmate card. So when you look at that, there is something real here. Are you going to be able to go slowly with it, though? Or are you going to make yourself nuts? This kind of has this preordained, destined sort of a thing. Your piece may be learning how to be the Temperance card and allowing this to unfold in its own process and time. Can you be patient enough to allow this to happen or to unfold in its own time? Because this is something that Spirit is bringing in. I mean, this pole star does indicate divine help in this experience. It's not by any stretch of the imagination, just by random chance and just statistical randomness or probability or whatever. This is being helped to happen. But now I'm shuffling some oracle cards, Sacred Traveler oracle cards by Denise Lynn. Let me show you the box. Some of you may be interested in what the cards are. The deck that I've been using so far is the Greenwood Tarot by Mark Ryan and Cheska Potter. And at this point, we'll try to select a oracle card, or if I'm lucky, I'll have some jumpers. That would be appreciated. And see if you can figure out the crystals in frame here. For those of you who are interested in crystals, we've got rose quartz, kind of top left. Celestite is the geo next to it. The kind of lavender or lilac purple is kunzite. We've got a big piece of clear quartz. And then up by the rose, we've got, let's see, that is citrine in the heart shape. And then we've got a little piece of carnelian as well up there. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and cut these because I don't seem to have a lot of jumpers today. Oh, there we go. Finding sanctuary. Opening to your spiritual source. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. This is the card. Rest, rejuvenate, tune into your spiritual source. It's in times of retreat and inner sanctuary that you can truly hear the voice of your soul. Go within and find your inner refuge. Be a safe haven for others. Step forward with grace, deliberation, and thoughtfulness. Take moments for reflection. Profound healing of physical and emotional wounds can occur in the stillness of sanctuary. Difficult situations can be averted by taking time to go within. The sacred traveler wants you to know sometimes the voyager becomes travel weary. The pack becomes heavy and the journey becomes lackluster. It's in these moments that the traveler needs to step off the path and find a temple or sanctuary to reassess and renew, and to remember what is truly important in life. This gives perspective and new life strategies. Create a place of beauty in your home or in nature that feels sacred and holy, and spend time there carefully listening to your inner voice. If you've been pushing too hard or struggling to keep going, this is the time to be still and nurture your internal world. Listen to the voice of spirit. Yes, it's kind of like having that second chance, right? To reassess and to renew, to be able to find or create some space for yourself. You know, to be able to celebrate whatever this healing is that you've been through and that you're coming out on the other side of that, and also to be able to receive additional guidance as you're moving forward to see what this is going to be about in the future. You know, watching this play out. This is real attraction with this person here. But again, it's, you know, you may need some check in with your guides because they'll be helping you through this experience. Well, thank you so much, Aquarius. Again, happy birthday. I hope you guys are having a good time. And staying safe out there, whatever you're doing. And with that, lots and lots of love to you. We'll catch up to you soon. Bye-bye.